Hi, my name is Assumpta.
And I'm Joana. Hi.
And we are both vocal coaches. And I think this is a very, very unique podcast you're going to listen to because we both came from singing.
Yeah, it's true. We are both singers in different styles, but singers. And we have kind of a different approach on vocal coaching. We have a different press from most of the vocal coaches I know. And that's one of the reasons we got together.
I actually think it is really interesting for people to know how we got together and how we got to do this together. So how about we tell them the story?
Yeah, let's tell our story. It all started with a message in LinkedIn. Yeah. And so we never met each other personally. We just talked because we live in different cities. I live in Lisbon,
and I live in Barcelona.
Yes. So we got a mutual friend that set us up.
Shout out to Savio.
Yes, Savio Meirelles. So Savio is a great storyteller. So he's a person that helps other people to tell their story in the right way. I know Savio from when he was living in Lisbon, and he spent some time also in Barcelona, and that's why he met Assumpta. And this friend, he put us in contact, and he said something like, I think you should really meet Assumpta. I think you would benefit meeting Assumpta. It's just a feeling.
He actually said something very similar. I met him and he said, you know, I have this friend in Lisbon I know for a long, long time. And I think you two have a very similar way of seeing things. And I think you would get along really well. And so he set us up. And look at us now, half a year later.
Yeah, and we just started to talk, and it was always easy. And that's why we think about this format of podcast, because our talk can be useful for other people.
Yeah, I also think especially because it is very easy for us to talk to each other, but also what we notice is that we see the same thing in the clients that we have. And that is that a lot of them don't understand the voice and how to use it and the skill, how to build it. They don't know really anything about it. And it is something that I think, especially nowadays with AI and technology being at a point where it is so important to understand how to use your own voice and how to be able to deliver the things that are important to you with your voice and your power, that we both had a feeling that we want to share that knowledge that we have and make vocal training more accessible and more understood by everyone, so they see the value in it and what it can do for them. So the Vocal Hack podcast is actually kind of the baby out of this conversations that we had, because we thought, my God, why do we have the same conversations with our clients over and over and over again if it's actually something that should be so easily be accessible? And this podcast is for us a way of sharing about that and educating about that and making it more easy to understand and dive into it. without feeling like it's this massive unknown cloud that I have no idea about. It's like a mystery. I actually don't really understand it, but it's part of your body.
Yeah, it's so true. There's a lot of misconceptions around vocal coaching, and we are here to unblock them and to explain in the simplest way we can. As teachers, as mentors that we help our clients, we are also here to take this to the next level and bring it to all the people that want to improve their knowledge about vocal coaching.
There's one thing I want to make really clear what this podcast is not. So, everyone listening right now, this is not a podcast where you learn what words to use to deliver a speech, a pitch, a talk, whatever.
That is most for storytellers to help you.
Exactly. Someone else can talk about that probably for hours. But
Yes.
we will talk about everything surrounding the delivery of this. So, what does your body do? What does your nerves do? What do your voice, your breathing, your resonance, everything you can think of that is related to your delivery of something? This is what we're going to talk about. What we hope you get out of this is a better understanding basically about yourself.
Yes. It's a little bit of self knowledge, self development, because it really helps you to get in touch with yourself. If you know yourself better, you can also speak better. You can also deliver better speeches. And that's our goal, to bring that simplicity of knowledge to you.
So, who are we to tell you all of this? I think we will dive really quickly in our background so you understand where we're coming from and why we're telling you all these things. I was an opera singer since I was 12 years old. So, working with my voice, working on stages has been part of my life for almost 20 years. No, more than 20 years by now. My background has been acting, dancing, singing, all of these like artistic performance arts. And all of these have one thing in common, and that is how you use your body and your voice to make people understand what you're trying to say. Either a story, maybe a song, whatever it is, all you're trying to do is use yourself, your voice, your body, your breathing, your eye contact, your expressions with your hands, everything to deliver something. And I had a feeling at one point that there are a lot of people that don't have that ability, even it is a skill you can learn, and it changes a lot for them. So I started vocal coaching for people not only who want to learn how to sing, but also who want to learn how to speak. So that's my background. And now I'm doing this for 2 years and I'm loving it. It's great. I meet a lot of people. I learn a lot of their stories and it has been super enriching for me. And I think Joanna knows a thing or two about that too.
Yeah. I also come from the singing, and I was a jazz singer, soul singer, so the old kind of Brazilian music from the 50s and 60s of the last century. So yeah, and I really love that kind of ambience, musical ambience. And what made me feel that I was singing and I was absorbing all this vocal technique. I got also uh, opera singing lessons at some point because I thought I need to level up. I need to improve my technique, and that was part of my education that I felt really like a very big step of consciousness in terms of my body and my singing. And so very high pitched sounds could leave my body gently without straining all my throat and getting all red. And so it was uh, amazing to get in touch with that kind of vocal technique. And a friend of mine insisted a lot for me to give her classes. And I was, no, insane. Are you insane? It's no possible, impossible for me. I'm not a teacher. What? And she insisted a little bit more until I said yes. And the first time I gave her this session, I was feeling afraid and how I'm going to do it. So I prepared for weeks. And at the very first moment that I started, so almost 15 years ago, I felt like this, this feeling of accomplishment. Oh my God, I just love to do this. And so, is, besides the singing, I discovered a new passion that was teaching what I know about vocal technique to other people. And so it was the beginning of my process. And I realized that also people around me were having some trouble of also speaking besides singing. And so I got some courses and I got into my training about that. And I just formed a course of my own. And I started giving those courses almost 15 years ago. And it's been a ride, amazing, fulfilling ride, because every client of mine is a new way of seeing things. It's not something that I repeat. No, every session one is like a new session for me, and it's always different. Even if the content is very similar, I have to adapt to each person. And besides that, I started to work with groups also. I was very afraid of working with groups, but then I got some courage and not liquid. But I just got some courage and just went through it, and I just love it also to work with groups. It's something that now I just love it. This is my background, and that's why I'm here with Assumpta talking about all the stuff related to voice. It doesn't have to be complicated. We are not here to complicate things. We're not going to be technical. We just want to for you to get in touch with all these new conceptions of voice.
And if we get technical, I think it is about breaking it down into easy ways to understand what it means. So if you actually get in touch with it more, you already understand what we're talking about, because every craft has technical parts of it, but all of that is always able to be broken down into very easy, like, bites. And I think that is also part of what we're trying to do here. If that sounds interesting to you and like something you would like to learn more about, this is your space. This is your place to come to. What we really try to do with this podcast also is make you feel like this is a place to experiment and be open-minded to try something new, because for us this is new too. We have never done a podcast before, either of us, so there's a lot of things that we are going to learn as well along the way. It's definitely not something we felt completely without hesitation or doubts how to do that. Our internal perfectionism came out at times, and we had to really stop ourselves and be like, we are overthinking this. We actually should just start this and do it. And we learn along the way. So there will be mistakes. There will be things where you're like, what are they doing? But as I said, this is a place to experiment and to try out new things. So that doesn't only count for you, it also counts for us. And if you are open to come along on this ride with us, we're super excited to have you with us and learn something about your voice and your body and all the fun stuff in between.
Yeah. Come to have fun with us. I think fun is the right word. Also knowledge, of course. But we want to have fun doing it. And I hope that you feel that this is funny for you. Not funny, fun. But also funny. Sometimes.
Some exercises are funny, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
Like
true. It's
some
true.
some things where you're like, but you cannot take yourself always too serious. And I think that's what we're trying to get with this. So we're looking forward to this. We're very excited. Welcome. And we see you on the next episode.
Yes. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.